A shift in the attic. I was swinging on the porch when all of a sudden I fell over and hit the floor. I don't know how it happened, but I stood up and brushed myself off. I stood there for a minute, dazed, and felt myself all over to see if I was hurt. I seemed to be all right. I tested the swing to see if it was broken, but it wasn't. Maybe it was an earthquake. I walked into the kitchen and a teacup fell on my head. I thought that was mighty strange. I swept it up. I went back into the living room and sat down on the couch. I picked up the newspaper and read about a little girl who fell into a hole and was never seen again. It made me sad. How could that happen? There's an end to everything. My couch was sagging. I'm going to hit the floor, I thought, and then I did. I got up and looked around. This wasn't my house at all. Yes, it was. There was a little penguin on the wall, and the walrus beside him. I recognized everything, down to the little worm on the floor. I moved to the chair beside the window, where the light would be better. Now I could see my hand, not that I wanted to. It was all gnarly and gray. The chandelier was shaking. Then suddenly, all was quiet. My hands were glowing, and so were my cheeks. I felt healthy and wise. I looked over at the staircase to the attic, and there stood a moose. I nearly jumped out of my skin. But the moose was calm, just looking around. He walked over to me. There was a bowl of cookies on the table, and I started feeding them to him. He seemed to really like them. When they were all gone, I walked into the kitchen. He followed me. I opened the refrigerator and grabbed a head of lettuce and started to feed it to him. When that was gone, I gave him a bowl of spinach, and so on. We were becoming great friends. Finally, there was a knock on the door. A man stood there and said, "That's my moose." I said, "No, it isn't. It's my moose." He was really mad. He said, "It isn't your moose, it's mine." "I swear it's mine," I said. And while we were arguing, the moose walked out onto the porch, jumped the rail, and was gone, never to be seen again.